Hello. So, I don't know how many days we are into this vlog. I haven't been consistently uploading. Um, I just kind of upload when I feel like it. But, anyways, this is a little bit about jobs and about my job currently. I'm a dishwasher in a restaurant, a local restaurant. Um, and it's pretty friggin' great. I like it. But I just wanted to say that there are many different jobs you can choose, and there are many different life paths you can choose. And don't let yourself be sort of bogged down. Don't let yourself be categorized into the wrong field. And your parents can play a part in this as well as teachers or even your peers. And like as you grow older, your friend group or whatever, like just the influences around you for whatever that may be. Um, if it's like a side business, people may want maybe bugging you to get into their side business, for example. But you just got to keep in mind, is this something that I want for myself? Is this something that is a part of my bigger goals and part of my bigger dream? Or is this just something that I'm doing to get the money? And that may be fine. You may be well and fine doing it just for the money, but you also got to think in the long term about what skills you're going to be learning on the job that you can apply to your passions in life. Like for me, I love cooking food and I love everything about it. I love gardening and I love all that kind of stuff. So, getting a job as a dishwasher opens the door for me to branch out into the kitchen and into learning more about cooking food. And even the time that I've experienced at this job, I've seen people making food, and that's just part of the passion. And in even dishwashing, I've learned stuff about dishwashing that I wouldn't have known beforehand. And that it's just those key skills that you learn on the job that you got to think, okay, where am I going to apply this in my life? And if you're working a job and they have like a specific set of skills that you can't apply to somewhere else, or that you don't see the bigger picture in, you're gonna grow miserable. From my personal experience, I mean, if you love the job, then by all means go ahead and do that. But if it's something that you just can't find yourself doing for however many years, or you find that it feels short term, probably means that you're not gonna be there a long time. You want to be in a place where you feel like you're at home, because work is a bit like a second home. You want it to feel a bit like, oh, okay, we're getting the day started. It doesn't want to. You don't want to make it feel like a burden. You don't want it to feel like that. And work may sometimes feel like that. Doesn't matter where you work. But if it's an everyday feeling of you're going in and it feels like you have to trudge your way through the mud, and there may not even be mud on the ground, but it just feels like you're walking through this thick fog, then it may just be the place that you're working at. And then you switch it up and you go to a different place and the fog totally clears. It's just the way that it works. And in terms of like the demand on you, you got to find a job where there's enough demand for you that satisfies you but doesn't overwhelm you at the same time. And that can be different for everyone. I mean, you could be doing a job that's like the most minimal work and it could satisfy you. Or you could have a job where you're doing like 50 different things at the same time and that could satisfy a different kind of person. It just depends on the person. And I always like to think, when I'm getting into a new position, I'm not just working that position, I'm working for the company. And so you always got to be thinking about that when you're getting into a new job, is I'm not just working this one position, because if this doesn't work out, this is a whole place. Like, especially like you're working in retail or you're working in just any business in general, like a factory setting. there are going to be different positions available. And so if you find within the first couple weeks or the first couple months that you're really struggling and you don't really find that passion and it's not really clicking, do some research into the other facilities and the other um, skilled jobs that are in your workplace, and maybe just ask, like, hey, like, if you have a chance, could you just train me on this, and just pick a different place and be like, because I don't feel like this is working out. And then if that doesn't work out, find a different job, because it's not worth working endless hours at a job that you don't like. Doesn't matter how much they're paying you. Find the job that you love and that you can take skills out of and put into your normal life.